once upon a time there were two kingdoms, and one kingdom is called Lagobel and it's a desert. The other kingdom is called Sealand and it's coastal and lush and rich and powerful. And between the two kingdoms is a kind of no man's land called the wilderness, which divides them. And the two kingdoms are at loggerheads. And in each kingdom is a royal family. And in the kingdom of Lagobel, the king has a daughter. Her name's Althea. Unfortunately for her, her mother dies when she's 6. And in the kingdom of Sealand, King Ignacio, the king, has a son, Prince Digby. And when he's 8, his mother dies. And the prince and the princess in the enemy countries each have a different emotional and physical reaction to the deaths of their mother. In Lagobel, Althea floats into the air, away from all the sorrow and all the grief and all the pain. She tries to follow her mother into heaven. So she literally floats and she lives in the air away from anything that's too dark and too painful. And in Sealand, Prince Digby has the opposite reaction and he never smiles. And his heart becomes incredibly heavy and he becomes very dutiful to his father. And he's known as the Solemn Prince and she's known as the Light Princess. He's the heir to the throne. Althea is not the heir to the throne. However, she is when her brother Alexander is assassinated by a Sealander when she turns 16. And suddenly she has a responsibility that she'd never had. And because of her lightness, she'd been locked away in the tower by her father. For her whole childhood, she lived there with her friend Piper. And now at the age of 16, suddenly she's the future queen and she has this incredible responsibility. And one of the responsibilities is to make her people feel safe because Sealand, under the leadership of the enemy prince, Prince Digby, is going to attack the country. And she runs away, and in running away, she encounters the Solemn Prince. So the Light Princess, who's in the air, and the Solemn Prince, whose heart is very heavy, meet each other. And a bit like Romeo and Juliet, they fall in love, which is scandalous to the enemy countries who've been at war in various forms for years and years and years. But meeting Althea makes Digby smile for the first time, and meeting Digby makes Althea feel things that she's never felt before. In the middle of the wilderness, there's a secret lake that waters the desert kingdom of Lagobel, and Althea and Digby discover that. And after their fathers have reacted to the fact that they've met and fallen in love, and they've not reacted well, and each father tries in terrible ways to discipline their children into doing what they see as the right thing, Althea is brought to ground physically by her father. He finds terrible means to bring her down. After the two kingdoms have been completely scandalized, Althea and Digby escape their countries and they meet in the lake and they live there in secret.